think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists. But they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years. I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Caroline, thank you very much for your time. That was so good.
These women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should...
Daytime TV's biggest scandal might be unfolding right before our eyes. The View is in deep trouble, and this time there may be no way out. The cause? Caroline Leavitt, young, sharp, fearless, and unapologetically conservative. She's just turned the show's latest smear campaign into an $800 million legal nightmare. Now, Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin are reportedly in full panic mode, scrambling behind the scenes to contain the fallout. The same women who've spent years tearing into political rivals are now the ones begging for mercy. If this lawsuit sticks, it could mean the end of The View as we know it.
While we will expose the fake news when they are fake, we will hold them accountable for their lies and smears of President Trump. I can also assure the American people that they are going to be hearing directly from the leader of the free world. And the press likes to hear that too. That's something that has not happened over the past 4 years. They likened President Trump to Hitler. They have mocked him. They have shamed him. They have lied about him consistently on their show. And it was a joy to watch them on November the 6th when they realized that tens of millions of Americans do not listen to the lies that they have spewed. These women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should wake up. They just paid $15 million to President Trump's future library. That's a great thing for the American people.
Make no mistake, this lawsuit isn't just a bump in the road. It's a financial disaster that could wipe The View off the map for good. We're talking about a legal showdown so massive, it could leave the show's biggest stars, Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin, personally facing financial ruin if things don't go their way. Now, word is they're privately begging Caroline Leavitt to back down before it's too late. But something tells me Caroline isn't about to make it easy on them. So, what exactly did The View say that triggered this legal firestorm? And what was Caroline's mic drop response that sent their legal team into a full-blown meltdown? If it was savage, it was seismic. And then there's the $800 million question. Is ABC seriously considering pulling the plug on The View to stop the bleeding? Could we be watching the final chapter of one of the most controversial talk shows in TV history?
You know, listen. If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on. And on and on and on and on.
Insiders are whispering that ABC execs have had enough of the nonstop scandals and legal drama. If this lawsuit spirals any further, they might just cut their losses and shut down The View for good. But trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. If you thought things were messy before, just wait. Once again, The View set its sights on Caroline Leavitt. And let's be honest, they didn't hold back. They did what they do best: mocking, belittling, and firing off reckless accusations. They went straight for the jugular, but this time, they may have pushed too far. The fallout from this one? Nuclear. It all started with Joy Behar, who smugly dismissed Caroline's success as nothing more than a handout from Trump. That jab didn't just spark outrage. It lit the fuse for what could become The View's ultimate downfall.
You would think, ABC, having just paid $15 million for a defamation lawsuit, would think not to engage in conspiracy theories about assassination attempts, but I guess that's too much to ask from The View. I mean, I gotta ask you, because they said it, are you aware of any plots from Elon Musk to push President Trump down the stairs?
Absolutely not. Let me be unequivocally clear about that.
According to Joy Behar, Caroline isn't talented or hardworking. She only got ahead because Trump thinks she's a 10. Seriously? Are we really reducing a successful woman's entire career to her looks? This is the same show that constantly claims to champion female empowerment. And yet here they are, suggesting that a young woman's success comes down to whether a man finds her attractive. The hypocrisy is staggering. But Joy wasn't done stirring the pot. Whoopi Goldberg jumped in, doubling down on the insult. But instead of just attacking Caroline's achievements, Whoopi took it even further, claiming that without wokeness, Caroline wouldn't even have a job. So now we're saying ambition, intelligence, and hard work don't matter. That if you don't toe the liberal line, you're not allowed to succeed? The irony is almost unbearable. A show that preaches about breaking barriers is now acting like a gatekeeper, deciding who's allowed to win based purely on politics. And then there's Sunny Hostin. She didn't stop at Caroline's looks or her so-called wokeness. No, she twisted the knife even deeper by outright dismissing Caroline's entire career. If this lawsuit sticks, The View might finally face the consequences.
Hope that the media will focus on the issues that matter to the American people, the issues that led them to vote in a resounding way for President Trump on November the 5th. That's what President Trump is focused on more so than ever. We have an array of executive action that will be rolled out on day one to change the lives of the American people immediately.
According to Sunny, Caroline's success wasn't earned. It was just privilege. That's right. If a conservative woman climbs the ladder, it's not because she busted her ass or fought tooth and nail in an industry that shuts out anyone who doesn't toe the liberal line. No, according to The View, Caroline's success was handed to her on a silver platter. The outrage was palpable, and let's just say, the backlash hit hard and fast. Fans immediately called out The View for their blatant, unapologetic hypocrisy. How many times has this show preached about supporting and uplifting women? How many times have they claimed to smash the patriarchy, break glass ceilings, and celebrate female success? Yet the second a woman steps up who doesn't fit their ideological mold, suddenly all that talk goes out the window. One viral comment nailed it perfectly. The View says it supports women unless they're conservative. Then it's open season. And just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, Caroline hit back in a way no one saw coming. Instead of brushing it off or playing the victim on a PR tour, Caroline came out swinging. She didn't just clap back, she lawyered up. She went straight for the jugular, hitting The View where it hurts the most, their wallets. Instead of getting dragged into a petty social media war, Caroline Leavitt went straight for the throat. No Twitter rants, no back and forth jabs, she took real action. And what happened next? It sent shockwaves through the entire industry. She slapped The View with a massive $800 million lawsuit that has everyone in full-blown panic mode. This isn't just any lawsuit, this is a declaration of war. Caroline's legal team is coming for The View with defamation, slander, and malicious attacks aimed at destroying her career, reputation, and future. She's not asking for a simple apology or a quick payout. She's fighting for justice and taking the fight all the way. Trust me, The View wasn't ready for this kind of heat. Reports are flooding in that The View's legal team is in chaos. Why? Because this isn't just about Caroline anymore. This lawsuit is exposing a long-standing pattern of the show attacking, silencing, and outright destroying conservative voices. Caroline's legal filing isn't just accusing them of smearing her. She's bringing years of receipts into the light. And trust me, it's not pretty. But here's the part that should have them sweating bullets. This could be the case that finally takes them down for good. And it's not just The View that's in a frenzy. ABC is livid. Sources inside the network report total panic from executives who never saw this coming. The last thing they wanted was a legal scandal this huge, especially one that could send advertisers running for the hills. Corporate sponsors are already raising alarms, questioning whether they really want their brands associated with a show that could end up owing nearly $1 billion in damages. Behind closed doors, the same hosts who publicly mocked Caroline are now practically begging her to settle quietly. Yes, you heard that right. Joy Behar, the same woman who laughed at Caroline's success, is now desperately trying to save herself. Whoopi Goldberg, feeling the heat, has reportedly reached out through mutual contacts hoping for a private sit-down. After months of mocking, dismissing, and tearing Caroline apart, now she wants to talk? Yeah, right. Caroline isn't just exposing the hypocrisy, she's making them squirm. And at this rate, The View might not survive this one. The show's in shambles, the network's in chaos, and Caroline Leavitt, she's coming out on top. What started as just another smear campaign by The View has now spiraled into a full-blown disaster that could bring the entire show to its knees. Their legal team is scrambling to contain the damage, but it might already be too late. Major sponsors are pulling out, And without them, The View is done. ABC is watching their ratings tank and their credibility dive. If the network doesn't act quickly, it could be the final nail in the coffin. Now it's your turn. Do you think Caroline Leavitt is right to keep fighting this case? Should The View be held accountable for their reckless, unapologetic attacks? Is this the moment that brings the show crashing down for good? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this conversation started. Trust me, this fight is far from over. Things are heating up, and you won't want to miss what happens next. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more breaking updates, exclusive drama, and the latest scandals. This story is far from over. Stay tuned.